I'm on it, man. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis camp of the Great Millstone, and we're here to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in the truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Latinos, Negroes, and Native Americans, and they are as follows. The tribe of Judah, the so-called Negroes, the tribe of Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, the tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians, the tribe of Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, the tribe of Zebulon, the so-called Guatemalans, the Panamanians, the tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the tribe of Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, the tribe of Gad, the so-called North American Indians, the tribe of Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians, the tribe of Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians, the Chileans, the tribe of Asher, the so-called Columbus, the Uruguayans, and the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we'll just get right into it.
All right. Now, we know that this weekend is what? The 4th of July weekend, which is known as what? Independence Day. Now, when this holiday was established, you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans, you were not independent, you were slaves. So this holiday has nothing to do with you. Even the national anthem has nothing to do with you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans. That was Esau claiming his independence from Great Britain, which was ruled by a so-called Negro named King George III and his wife, Queen Charlotte. That the city of Charlotte, North Carolina is named after. See what I'm saying? But you Negroes was in slavery. You're not independent. You're still dependent on the system. So we're going to start off with the word, the definition of independent. Somebody got the online estimate.
Go ahead.
Okay. Get the regular one, then we're going to get the estimate.
Independent. It says not dependent as such as not subject to control by others.
So, are you Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans? Are you still being controlled by others? Yes, you are. A lot of us just got off work, and that's being controlled by what? Others. Known as who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Right. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Self-governing.
Are we self-governing? No. See what I'm saying? Our government won't be established again until Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua come and deliver us out of this hellhole known as Babylon. Rome, Greece, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says not requiring or relying on someone else.
Not requiring or relying on somebody else. Matter of fact, somebody get Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Yeah.
Here.
Go ahead. Well,
That's it.
see, that's the spirit. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in the want of all things.
Now read that definition again.
It says not requiring or relying on something else.
Now read that verse again, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall send against thee, in hunger.
See, in hunger. Do we not depend on this white man for food? We gotta go to the grocery store and buy groceries, don't we? See what I'm saying? We gotta go to these no good restaurants to get food. We don't have our own food industry. See, that shows that we in servitude to this beast system because we can't even control noise pollution. See what I'm saying? That loud, raggedy truck, we can't even control it. So we're not independent, we're dependent. Keep going with the Deuteronomy 28.
It says, And in thirst.
And in thirst. Do we have our own beverage company? No. Because if we had our own food and beverage company, guess what? Esau, the so-called white man, will burn it down. Why? Because he controlled the narrative. Look what he's doing in America now. It's been 100 food processing plants that has burnt down here in America, man, within the last couple of weeks and months. That's not by coincidence. That's a design plan. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And in nakedness.
And see, who we get our clothes from? So-called white man. We're not out there hunting silkworms so we can make silk shirts and shoes and socks. We don't have our own cotton farm so we can make cotton fabric. Because remember, according to the scripture, mixed fabric is a sin. See what I'm saying? So what? We're not independent, because if we were independent, guess what? We would follow these laws, statutes, commandments totally, man. We don't even know what's in our food. We eat our food defiled amongst the Gentiles, man. Like it tells us in Ezekiel. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4, verse 13, and it reads, "And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles."
So who are the children of Israel? The so-called Negro, Latino, and American. And it said you should eat your defiled bread among the Gentiles. Who are these Gentiles? These other heathen nations. Even 2/3 of our people is considered a Gentile. See what I'm saying? But the real Gentile is these heathen nations, man. So we eat our food defiled amongst them, because when you go to the grocery store, this white man put a tag that'll say organic on a loaf of bread, and it's really not organic. It's some regular Sara Lee white bread that they put a sticker, non-GMO organic, and that's a lie. See what I'm saying? Because if you read the ingredients, it'll say stuff that you can't even pronounce. You see what I'm saying? Mixed with supercalifragilisticexpialidocious food number 9. What the fuck is that? See what I'm saying? Go ahead. Right. Yeah. That's an inside joke, man. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Back in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
See, we serving our enemies. So that means what? We're not independent. We're dependent.
Precept.
So we're serving our enemies. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave you.
And what's part of our heritage? Being independent. Because as a nation of Israel, we was independent. We didn't have to depend on all these other nations in the past until what? We transgressed the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. Then we became what? Tributary to the heathen nations. Therefore, we became dependent on them. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
See, we serving our enemies again. Meaning what? We're in servitude. So when you're in servitude, you're not independent. So why are you sitting here celebrating the 4th of July? See what I'm saying? Because you're still dependent. Go ahead.
It says, in the land which thou knowest not.
In the land which thou knowest not, which what? Here in America, aka Babylon. See what I'm saying? Because matter of fact, even Esau has a system on his taxes called what? Dependence. Meaning what? People that depend on you to take care of them. See what I'm saying? And you can claim them and get what? Pay from them. Pay from your dependents that depend on you to take care of them. Just like, hey, just like in this society, we have to depend on Esau to take care of us, to give us things, not basically like depend on him to take care of us, because how about you now try to take care of us, but we got to go to him for the one of all things. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
How do we kindle the fire in this anger? By worshiping other gods, being hard-headed, being rebellious to the Heavenly Father that takes care of us. See what I'm saying? Yeah, the Heavenly Father had a raven bring our forefather food. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, which shall burn forever.
Which shall burn forever. And it's still burning. Why you think Negroes are dying on a high rate now? Every time you turn on the news, Jackson got killed. Just like the one Jay recently in what's that, Jersey or New York, the one that got shot,
90 times.
Yeah, Ohio, just got shot 90 times. That's overkill, man. How the hell you shoot one person 90 damn times, man? That means they had a an AR-15 with 2 drums and an extra drum. See what I'm saying? 4 banana clips.
Or it makes it worse if it's pistol. They unload and reload, unload and reload. Getting it in.
This happened target practice.
Yeah.
You can tell probably between 1 and 5 he was on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first shot he was
You got something
bah,
to
he on the ground. Oh, all right, I give
You
up.
got Baruch too.
No, not with Esau. That's that perpetual hatred.
Yep. They missed something. They really could have been more than that. Right. Oh,
They shot 90 shots, but he did 60 times. Man,
2/3.
So somebody, somebody need to go back to the academy.
Yeah.
Somebody can't shoot.
That fraction, 2/3. That's a fraction. Hey, that's a good option. Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Right. Damn. They hit the 2/3 of the bullets.
Go ahead. Who had,
I got something.
no, you still had it.
I'm done in Jeremiah.
because of the Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
Okay, and I got that word serve real quick.
Go ahead.
Which is abad. It say to work for another, serve another by
Wait a
labor.
minute, it said to what?
It say to work for another.
See, I work for a company I don't own, so I'm working for another. A lot of these brothers is working for other companies, making somebody else rich. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It say serve another by labor, to serve as subjects.
See?
It's to be worked.
Serve by labor. Serve by labor. That's slavery. You know, that's servitude. When you're laboring, you're working. That's a form of slavery. Because the king don't work. See what I'm saying? Only servants work. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Finishing the precept. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
See, thou shalt, therefore shall be served. Meaning what? Labor. We work. For who? Our enemies. And you can tell they are enemies. They don't give a damn about it. Look how hard they work us, man. It's only 24 hours out of a day, and you work anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day. So that don't leave you no time to go home. You get off work, you go home, say what's up to everybody, how you doing, how y'all, blah, 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 eat your food, take a shower, and go to bed. That's servitude, that's slavery, man. Go ahead.
If I, okay, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I just want to start just a verse ahead.
Go ahead.
Verse 47 say, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
And see, that's part of the curse. Because the Lord said, by the sweat of thy brow shall we eat. Meaning what? We have to work. That's part of the curses, man. We didn't listen to what the Lord told us to do as a nation. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
And who sent the enemies against us? How about Shema Shai? Who's our number one enemy? Esau, the so-called white man.
Appreciate
Go ahead.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 15. It says, for he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child.
Yep, which is who? Esau, Edom,
Edom.
so-called white man. They weren't speaking Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? At first they were grunting. You know what I'm saying? Now they speak what? English. See what I'm saying? Latin, English. That wasn't Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? So that's who we under. Go ahead, you got some more?
Yeah, just
Go ahead.
one. It said, these have carried away, verse 16, these have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow.
So who's the dear beloved children? Israel. Who's the widow? Israel. Go ahead.
And left her that was alone, desolate, without daughters.
Yep. Why? Because Esau, so-called white man, tried to slaughter us off as a nation. They're still doing it now. Why do you think they overturned this Roe versus Wade?
Right.
It wasn't by coincidence. And what's crazy, even with the Roe versus Wade, the states that are against it, guess what? They blocking them. See what I'm saying? They putting in petitions to what? Be anti-Roe versus Wade. And guess what? They blocking their petition. Because they want everybody on board with abortion to kill off the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. See what I'm saying? That's the whole ultimate goal. See, people forgot about the Georgia Guidestone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They think that's just some old make-believe. No, that's real. The whole agenda is to kill off you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just real quick. Isaiah chapter 42, verse 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers?
Spoil means to rob. They ain't talking about spoiled milk. Spoil means to rob. Go ahead.
It says, in Israel to the robbers.
See, in Israel to the robbers, who's the robbers? Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
Did not Yahweh Shem Yahushua?
Did not the Lord do that to us? Why? Because of our disobedience. Go ahead.
He against whom we have sinned.
See, that's an example of being spoiled right there. That sister behind us, she going out of our mind. See what I'm saying? Esau has robbed her of her heritage, of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? They got our people strung out on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, he against whom we have sinned, for they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law.
That's why we in captivity.
Precept.
Matter of fact, go back to them Baruch 4.
Yeah, this is verse 13 actually. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the paths of his discipline and his righteousness.
Keep reading.
Let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting have brought upon them.
Which verse he said we are yesterday?
It's in the previous chapter.
3? Go ahead.
I got it.
I got it 1 and 4 too.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power."
Go ahead.
God, so ultimately, no. Even to this day, we're in our captivity. All right, we're not in our rest. All right, we're not in the kingdom of heaven. We're still servitude. All right, to these heathen nations, chiefly Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, we're still having to pay taxes. That's why the verse says we're subject to payments. All right, and ultimately, once again, we're not in our rest. All right, because we're not supposed to be paying taxes. We're not supposed to be working for these other heathen nations. But due to our wickedness and due to our iniquities, all right, the main sin of being idol worship, that's the main sin that pretty much kicked us in our ass. All right, and got us where we are right now. All right, because of all that, that's why we're in the position that we're in right now. All right.
This Haggai chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag of holes." Right, so ultimately, basically anything in this society, man, we're not gonna have enough ever. All right, because one, we're in captivity, man. We're subject of the Esau, Edom, so-called white man, and we're at the bottom, even of these other heathen nations, man. We're at the very bottom of society, man. All right, so we're never gonna, unless you people try to sell out, man. But hey, we're gonna stand still for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. We'll be up bottom because what? Hey, the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first, man.
Right. So how is it that you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans are independent when you're dependent on this society to thrive? You know what I'm saying? Because just like when they was issuing out them juicy juice shops, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans was lined up down the block to get that, so you can what? Sustain your lifestyle, man. You don't want to lose your $20 an hour job and your $100,000 house that the roof is caving in on. You see what I'm saying? Because you think you're living good here in captivity. I ain't no slave. I got a good job. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I have a quick word.
Go ahead.
I looked up tributary, and when the definition says paying tribute to another to acknowledge submission. So that goes to the taxes.
What did Yahweh Shah say? Render the Caesar what's Caesar. Until Yahweh was here. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Shah knew what? We was going to be in servitude. So we got to pay what? Taxes. We got to pay bills. Why? We in servitude. We are dependent. We are not independent. So you Negro, Latino, and Native Americans have no business barbecuing, singing the Star Spangled Banner. I've seen niggas today walk around with flag t-shirts, flag glasses, flags hanging off their car. Fool, you a slave. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got no business. Said, can you see? Fool, you a slave. That ain't got nothing to do with you, man. Go ahead.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Yeah, so you know the ones that know are that are Israelites and are trying to walk accordingly to the ways of Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right, you're a wise man in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right, and for the rest of our people, the majority of our people, all right, they think that that they have something in the society. All right, they don't know that they're cursed. They don't know that they're in that they're still in a horrific oppression. All right, and what is it doing? All right, it's destroying their mind. All right, they for a majority of our people, they're comfortable with the things that Esau Edom has given them. All right, like what these cars. All right, Esau Edom giving our people apartments and stuff. All right, these jobs. A lot of these people, a lot of our people, they trust in Esau Edom's system to get the highest paying job in the society. But at the end of the day, you're a slave. Right? Because you're only making the society more rich, and you're getting more poor.
That's right.
Pretty sad. This is
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 19. It shall come to pass when ye shall say, wherefore doeth the Lord our power all these things unto us? Then shalt thou answer them like ye have forsaken me to serve strange gods in your land, so ye shall serve strangers in a land that is not yours. That's another part of it. That's being enslaved. All right? So we're serving these people, man. And another way we're serving them is, all right, what they do, they gave our women food stamps, pushed the man out the house. We can't even keep food. We barely can keep food with the inflation that's going on right now. They really showing us that we on the bottom of the totem pole, man. Yep. A gallon of gas, $8 a gallon. All right, Jake, we've always been slaves, man.
Man, $8, yeah, bro.
Yeah, hold on. $8, yeah, bro. What's the problem with that? And another, they take money out of your so-called wages before you even get it. They add different taxes without your consent. All right, they do what they want to do to you, man. All right, that's a part of you being a slave. If you're not a slave, then you will be free. We're not even in our own land. All right, that's another point that we in slavery, man.
There goes the what? But I just read Haggai 1 and 6. Hey, the wages going to the back of the hole as soon as you get go right out. So X, Y, and Z.
When you're a free man, free, you live by your own laws. All right, we not living by our own laws. We gotta live by, these people's laws. They don't have a picture right there. All right, we gotta live by their laws. But when you're free, all right, you can live by your own laws. All right.
It's just like you got these idiots always trying to say they're trying to be sovereign. How you gonna be sovereign in captivity, man? You know what I'm saying? We got our own land. How did you get that land? You still had to buy it from the white man. You know what I'm saying? That land wasn't given to you down from generation to generation. Right. No, you went riding around, there's an empty land, plot of land right there. So you had to go, like you read in Deuteronomy 28 and 48, had to go to your enemies for the one of all things. Because you still had to go to the white man to even get the loan for the lot. Even if you got your own money, you still had to go to the white man to purchase the lot. Because you still don't even have your own money, because how did you get your money? You had to work for it. Even if you got your own business, where you get your business license from? White man. See what I'm saying? Still, how you get the money to buy the land from the white man?
You gotta have a permit to build on it.
Where you get it from? White man.
No way around it.
See what I'm saying? Where you get it from? White man. You gotta pay the white man for the inspection. Right. To make sure that you ain't crossing on somebody else's property. Yep. Where you get that from? White man. See what I'm saying?
Another one to back you up. It's independent. It's another one. It's not looking to others for one's opinions or for guidance in conduct.
So, even in reading that, don't they have in the Constitution so-called freedom of speech. But then they pass legislation to cut off your freedom of speech. You can't say certain things. So how is that freedom of speech? So who regulates that? The white man. So are you really independent? Nope. Just like the controversy with Whoopi Goldberg when she said that who was she talking about?
Ukrainians and Russians is white on white crime, something like that.
No, but she went into the Constitution about us being she didn't say 3/5. She said a quarter of a human. See what I'm saying? They got mad about that, which is true. Because the Constitution really is not for us.
Nope.
The Constitution was for the so-called founding fathers, which was criminals who was banished from Britain.
Yep.
They supposed to have been going somewhere else, but instead came over here and set up what? 13 colonies. 1776 is the birth year of what? The Bavarian Illuminati. Owned by who? The Rothschilds. See what I'm saying? Yep. Adam Weishaupt, and what's funny is you said Adam Weishaupt, a lot of reports are saying that Adam Weishaupt is the one on the dollar bill and not George Washington. They do look alike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen somebody say that was his government.
See?
Yeah, 76. And then in 76, and then we did all that in 77. That's when they did independence. Yeah, after they came over here and set up a whole
Supposedly 77, but it all was in 76.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Go ahead. Supposedly 77, but everything really started in 76. Well, it was supposedly finalized in 76. Go ahead.
I just had that.
Okay. You got something?
I got something.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. All right, and that's going to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites of the Bible. All right, that's who the Lord's people are. It says you are gone into captivity because you have no knowledge, and it's because that we forsook the knowledge in the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yashai that we're in the position we're in. All right, due to our wickedness, and we've been put subject unto these heathen nations. All right. It says their honorable men are famished. Those honorable men are going to the leaders, some of the leaders of the nation of Israel who are destitute of the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. All right, and their multitude dried up with thirst because, majority of the nation of Israel is looking for the truth, but not everybody's going to get it. Only the elect is going to get the truth. Only the elect is going to understand, why they're in the circumstances that they're in. All right.
Because the truth is known as world war. When the outside told that the woman at the well, what she said, if you drink of this water, you should never thirst again. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
That's it.
Chapter YouTube. Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. All right, so yeah, the rebellious children going into Israel, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you take counsel, of the white man. You go to the white man for everything, all right? But you're really supposed to go to the Lord for everything. Y'all Bashim Yahushai. All right? It says, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So yeah, they added sin to sin, because they not in these law, statutes, commandments, they forsook the Lord, all right? It says, verse 2, it says, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh so I'm gonna read that again. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So yeah, y'all just trusting in this white man, all right? It says,
remember, we're in spiritual Egypt.
All right. Verse 3 says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So yeah, you trusting in this white man, y'all gonna realize, that y'all effed up, because the white man's gonna basically just take most of he's gonna try to take however much
your time, bro.
I can't.
Take your time, man. You talk,
Just toss that.
So yeah, you know, the white man's gonna be basically you're ashamed because you know you trusted in him, but y'all don't know that white man's gonna be out here killing y'all.
Yeah, he just showed you that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
He just showed you that in Ohio, man. But you niggas still gonna celebrate the 4th of July, though, right? Because you can cook, you can party, go downtown, watch the fireworks, eat abominable food, commit adultery, all kind of nonsense because it's a celebration. You see what I'm saying? That's what Jake loves. Jake loves partying, man. See what I'm saying? Instead of realizing what's going on. Like the brother mentioned earlier, food is getting higher, gas getting higher, everything is going up. The bills getting higher. Even here in Indianapolis, they announced in the news that the electric bill is going to go up $20 more.
Yeah.
That makes a difference. You used your bill being 110, now it's going to be 130. What if you ain't got 130? Well, guess what? Your light's going to get cut off. A lot of people going to start making some real rational decisions now. See what I'm saying? Damn. I was going to get $10 worth of ground beef. Now I got to get 5. They got to put this 5 on the light bill, so the light's going to get cut off. But then I ain't got no gain. I got a quarter of a tank. You know what I'm saying? No, a quarter of a tank. Yeah, a quarter. Block it. Rain fart. You got a quarter of a tank, and you still got to make it work till next Wednesday when you get paid. And today is Tuesday, so you got a whole 7 days to make it work off this quarter of a tank with only $20 in your pocket. See what I'm saying? But yeah, you niggas still gonna find a way to barbecue. You hoes still gonna find a way to run around and be sluts on the floor being half naked this weekend. See what I'm saying? You still gonna find a way to buy your weed, to buy your fentanyl. See what I'm saying? To get high for. But ain't nobody thinking about the Lord. Ain't nobody thinking about what's going on. Why things are the way they are. What can I do to be saved? Ain't nobody asking them questions. Go ahead. We got something.
This is Isaiah 30:12. It says, "Wherefore thus said the Lord, wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness," which perverseness is like going to evil, things aren't right, and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Right? So you see a wall, see that water pushing it or whatever, so it blows and blows, then boom, it break. All right, that's to y'all and y'all iniquity, man. The Lord gonna put y'all to death because what? You trusted in, like I said, the shadow of Egypt. All right, you trusted in this whole entire system. Even when everything's been aimed against you Negroes, Latinos, the Native Americans, yet you still want to bow down and kiss the toes of the white man and the rest of the heathen, man. All right.
This is Zechariah chapter 2, verse 6. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, said Yahweh Shem Shai. And in these end times, we in the North America, so we in the land of the north right now. It say, "For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, said Yahweh Shem Shai. Due to our transgressions, we've been spread out to the four corners of the earth." And verse 7, concerning the prophecy now, "Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon." And the way that you deliver yourself is, you depart from these ways, these philosophies, the ways of Esau, Edom. But once you do that, then the previous part, flee from the land of the north, because you're going to be beamed up by the chariots with Yahweh and the rest of the holy angels. That's how you're going to ultimately flee physically, but you got to flee spiritually and putting off the ways of the heathen. And I just want to prove who the daughter of Babylon is, like it says pertaining to end time prophecy. Psalm chapter 137, verse 7. "Remember, O Yahweh Shem Shai, remember, O Yahweh Shem Shai, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation thereof." Right? So in time past, they was cheering on and encouraging the Babylonians, to destroy Jerusalem, but ultimately it was themselves who destroyed the temple and burnt it and stole all of our vessels. Right? And even today, like they always say, they saying raise it now. Right? Because they still trying to destroy us, whether it be by the sword or be by the medicine, by the air pollution, food, water, drink, whatever, you name it.
Yeah, because they're still trying to destroy the temple because we are the temple.
Wow.
See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They say, hit a point, "O daughter of Babylon." So the daughter of Babylon is Esau, Edom. who are to be destroyed. So it's already written that they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be able to put off the destruction. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Right? So that's just the point, proving that in the end time prophecy, we're going to be dwelling with the daughter of Babylon, which is Esau Edom. So so they Japheth who's in power is Esau Edom, right? And say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of that fall. Right? So we understand that Esau has to be in power before the deliverance to the elect of Israel to come to pass.
But to some people, Esau is Japheth.
Right. What's the precept on that?
Right. Okay, this just to back the brother up, where he just proved that we're in Babylon. This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and 33, and it says, "Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, that's the northern and the southern kingdom, were oppressed together. All that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." All right, so here again, the last time we were in full captivity together was in ancient Egypt. Okay, and now we're over here in Babylon. All right, and he says, verse 34, "Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon." So he's going to destroy Babylon, after he pleads our cause, that judgment, to bring his elect back. All right.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. It says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the forward is an abomination to the Lord, but his secret is with the righteous." So for all you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, we are not to envy or tie ourselves with the ways of the oppressor, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, because all his ways are filthy, wicked acts unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and that's the reason he's going to come and destroy it from all the abominations. So again, knowing who we are and coming back to the ways of the Heavenly Father, those secrets and that understanding has been given unto the righteous, who are those who are teaching in the highways and the byways of the true knowledge and wisdom and understanding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So we must not envy the ways and detach from the ways of Esau Edom.
Precept.
Hey, look up the word envy. Somebody look up the word.
It goes into like in Zechariah when it said to deliver thyself. It said, "Forsake those ways that's put upon you for the heathen." Envy them and being jealous about it. Oh, they doing it too. So if they doing it, why can't I do it? And that's always been the mindset of 2/3 of our people that would deliver us into captivity.
This is envy. Definition 1: painful or resentful awareness of an advantage enjoyed by another, joined with a desire to possess the same advantage.
Look what our people doing. Just like Taz was going into. Why do you think our people are celebrating the 4th of July? They look like they're having fun. I want to have fun too. Not knowing that they having fun and wickedness. See what I'm saying? But our people is envious of that. Ooh, she got a Lexus. I want a Lexus too. See what I'm saying? Just like you got a Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? Even the heterosexual, they look like they turning up. I want to turn up too.
Yes,
they ain't even gay, but they wouldn't go do it just because the gay people having fun. I want to have fun too. See, that's what's wrong with our people. They always want to party, man. Soon as Moses went up into the ship, what they do? Ooh, let's worship other gods. Everybody put their jewelry together, make a golden calf, and having parties and singing and celebrating to their own demise, just like today, man. Go ahead, brother.
That's why I say they wise to do evil, but to do good they have them not.
That's right, man. Go ahead.
I'll say it first.
Hey, shalom to you, brothers, since I'm coming, boy.
Yeah. Just reading that definition again. Painful or resentful awareness of an advantage enjoyed by another, joined with a desire to possess the same advantage. I immediately thought of Esau crying after that blessing.
What about me, Father? Has that not a blessing for me?
He wasn't going to get that kingdom. Yep.
That's right, man. You got something.
It's like when you going into, yeah, it's hard. It's irritating, but just like, you know, like the other saying, like, you know, when we started going into this whole 4th of July, you know, Jake don't like to look shit up.
See, look, man, that's a prime example, man. Esau used to drive them vehicles back in the day. Now look at Jacob. I'm on the day go. You see what I'm saying? Esau put that as a status of wealth, driving a Jeep Wrangler. Now Jacob, I want to put big rims like the white boys. No difference. I'm putting speakers in the back of mine. You're still envying the wicked, man. Go ahead, brother.
Because just saying, like, even when you just go look up that day of 4th of July, going back to the 1700s, your ass was still in captivity. You know, you was still, even today, but even back then, hardcore, shackles on you, you know what I'm saying, walking around, you know what I'm saying, beating on railroad track, whatever they had you doing, you was in hardcore slavery. But now, since it's a couple hundred years down the road, well, it's cool, you know, we good, we buddy now. But this man is still systematically destroying you and killing you.
Matter of fact.
And also tied to those adhesive contracts. You know, you sign your name for this and sign your name for that. You know, then with the social security number, you got all caps means your property. You know, to the corporation of America. So, you know, like I said, it's just you people just really stupid.
Interest in the question.
Yeah. But like you said though, what Brother brought out, like I said, they having fun though. Like, oh, that was so long ago, and all this and that, but the same thing still going on. It's just more subtle. But now the Lord's, you know, he turning up. He putting things out there.
And that can't we just all get along spirit? Oh man, they didn't show you that.
Right.
Now that they got everything established, now we can.
Oh, but look though, since y'all going into that, 76. Now you Negro just celebrated Juneteenth a couple of days ago. What year did that take place?
Since June 19th, 1866.
So when Independence Day was established, you niggas were still slaves. But y'all wasn't popping fireworks back then.
No, they popping them whips.
You see what I'm saying? Huh?
I said being kindled in fire.
See what I'm saying? Sitting in them hot boxes and everything, man. Trying to make rape. Since we mentioned making rape, when you a job and you picking, what happened? You got to make rape. If you don't make that quarter or that rate, guess what? You get fired. So back in the slavery days, you ain't make that rate, what happened? You got your ass beat. See what I'm saying? So, are you independent? Nope, you're dependent here in Babylon, man. See what I'm saying?
There's a statute of the law. It says Dred Scott versus Sanford. It said it was decided in March 6th of 1857. It says Dred Scott versus John F.A. Sanford. It say persons of African descent cannot be, nor were ever intended to be, citizens under the United States Constitution.
What year was this?
1857.
What you niggas celebrating? 4th of July, 1776. Read that again. Go ahead, Barzal.
No, I was going to say just to back them up in the Bouvier's Law Dictionary, citizen and inhabitant pretty much says the same thing. You're not a citizen of the United States. It's the Bouvier's constitutional law dictionary. When you look up the word citizen and inhabitant, it says the same thing.
Thank you. Now read that again.
It say persons of African descent cannot.
You so-called Negro. This ain't talking about the one drop rule. It's talking about you so-called Negro that was in slavery. And what year was this?
1857.
This is after 1776, when the 13 colonies were set up. Go ahead. Claiming they independence from Britain. You niggas were still picking cotton. Getting your backs beat in. Go ahead, brother.
Then what they do? Join the Union as Buffalo soldiers to fight for their oppressors.
In order to get free.
Front line.
They still with that. Even after they fought, they still were slaves. They still people that worked the farmer in war and got that paper. If you ran into the wrong people, they took up your paper of independence or freedom and put you back in slavery.
But see, that's why they was fighting the whole independence that was at the fort. Fort, what was it called? Fort McHenry or something like that. You had slaves trying to escape and be free by joining the British Army. See what I'm saying? Because Britain told them, if you come fight with us, you'll be free. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's persons of African descent cannot be, nor were ever intended
Hold on, brother. You're going too fast. You got to say that again, but slow it down.
Gotcha.
You got to chop and screw it.
A. You gotta do the A, B.
You got to chop it down,
Okay.
chop and screw it.
So it's a persons of African descent
African descent.
cannot be,
Cannot.
nor were ever
Nor will ever.
Intended to
ever.
be.
Nor ever.
nor were ever intended to be citizens under the United States Constitution.
It said the Australian Constitution.
United States
The
Constitution.
Egyptian Constitution.
United States Constitution.
The Chinese Constitution.
United States
It
Constitution.
said the United States Constitution, which you niggas out here finna celebrate, your forefathers signing the Declaration of Independence for them, not for you niggas, man. See what I'm saying? Declaration of Independence from who? Britain. Not for you niggas to be independent. Y'all still slaves, man. Go ahead, bro. Because matter of fact, as long as you see this flag still flying around America, you Negroes, Latinos, and African are still slaves and subject to this white man system, man. That's why why you think it was a crime when you had all of them Jakes bowing down, taking a knee against the Star Spangled Banner? Because why? When you read the Constitution and the flag, America upholds that flag as a god. They tell you you're supposed to reverence that flag as a god.
Precept.
Go ahead. Then we're going to go back to you.
This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. All right, and hey man, for a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, with this upcoming, so-called 4th of July, a lot of y'all gonna worship that American flag, man, and y'all gonna reference that as a god. But Yahweh Shai said to not set up he said, thou shalt not set no other gods before me. All right, people are under this man's system. All right, well, worshiping all his holidays. All right, commemorating his wars, taking you down. All right.
One more time. Persons of African descent cannot be. So it's impossible. Nor were ever intended to be.
See? Nor were ever intended to be. They didn't have, when they came up with the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they was not intended for you so-called Negroes to be citizens under their law. Go ahead.
It's nor were ever intended to be citizens under the United States Constitution.
So, all that whole idea of the, what does it say, the pursuit of happiness and, what was the last line of the Declaration? The pursuit of happiness and stuff. Somebody look that up right quick.
If I can, real quick.
Yeah.
I remember Elder Apostle Gabar last year did something going into Britain, and they said that whole Declaration of Independence was just writing on paper. They still a territory of Great Britain.
Yep. Matter of fact, somebody get that scripture about their mother, their birthday.
Oh yeah.
Instead of Jeremiah.
Yep, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
What?
Yep, that's it. Tawana. That wasn't meant for you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. See what I'm saying? That was talking about what? These Edomites, man. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, 50
It's Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed.
So who bore America? Great Britain. See what I'm saying? Same color flag, just a different design. Same rules, laws, and regulations. Only difference is over here in America, which is a corporation, we got a president, but over there in England, they got a queen. Who stole that heritage?
Yep.
That's not the real royal family. See what I'm saying? Go ahead. Because the real royal family was Jacob, was Israelites. Go ahead.
Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
Which is what? America. This is the place that's going to be totally destroyed. This corporation, just like the sign say, for sale or lease. Hey, that's what America is. It's been sold and bought and leased out. Now, guess what? The Lord has brought about the final liquidation sale. Because why? The Lord is finna shut this place down. That's right. It's finna go out of business. Yeah. Go ahead.
Last verse, back what you said. Because of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it shall not be inhabited.
See, it shall not. Just like they said, we were never intended to be citizens. So the Lord said it shall not be inhabited.
But it shall be wholly desolate.
Holy desolate. Not H-O-L-Y, holy desolate, but holy. W-H-O-L-E. L-Y. W-H-O-L-Y. Yep. What are? See? All of it. Huh? Go ahead. Oh, let me finish that.
Just real quick, just the word holy said all, the whole,
see,
totality, everything.
See, told you. Final liquidation sale.
It say, everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
See?
Damn. He went, damn.
Smoking. Yeah.
Going back on that same document that brother was reading, they was going into freeing the slaves in this document. And it says, after it says about Africa descent, it says, the property clause is only acceptable to lands possessed at the time of ratification. In 1787, as such, Congress cannot ban slavery in territories. Missouri Compromise is unconstitutional. So this was people trying to get free. It says due process clause of the Fifth Amendment prohibits the federal government from freeing slaves brought into federal territory. Wow. So you were still, this is another to bring it out that you were stealing slavery.
Yeah, because the Missouri Compromise pretty much meant Missouri could be a swing state. It could be for the Union one year, then it could be for the Confederacy.
But you got swing states today?
Yep.
Yep. In those elections. Yep.
Mason Dixie line and all, so just add to that.
Said that Electoral College is tied into the 3/5 Compromise as well too. You know? Yeah, it is. I mean, it's like, you think back to 2016, all you people talking about every vote counts. How did she win by almost 3 million votes and still lost? Still lost. That's because of that Electoral College that's based off slavery.
I had a definition real quick. The elder, you brought out liquidation. So we go to liquidate. It says to settle a debt by payment or other settlement. And it says to make clear, to do away with, especially by killing.
Yeah, man, look, you don't even need a precept for that, right? I mean, we get one, but I'm just saying, hey, that's clear cut and dry, man. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is going to do away with this place, man. And you niggas are celebrating this 4th of July, man. You have no business celebrating Independence Day when you still a slave. See what I'm saying?
Remember when Benjamin Franklin said that the Germans and the Russians and the Danish and all that were swirly black? But they said once we go to the other side of the world, we're going to rid them of the dark colored people, and then we're going to make it pretty much be all white.
Yeah. Right.
So like you said, it was never intended for you to be citizens, just like what Columbus said. They so nice. All we gotta do is bring in a few men, and they're so nice. They make them our servants overnight. So that was always the intention, was to come. And they call us what? Savages and what's that one? Saracens and all those type of things. They're unruly. They don't have no like I said, they
uncivilized.
Yeah, they say they're uncivilized. So we can go over there, bring our plantation Christianity, and put them in order. But that's what they brought over there, and they also brought that sword. So they couldn't kill us all. Well, we're gonna put y'all underneath our rule.
Smallpox and everything.
Everything.
Right. To show you how wicked they is, they even lied and said that that Gad sold the land for beans and corn.
Yeah, stupid stuff.
Yeah. But then Gad is the one that taught you how to farm.
Right.
Come on, man. Be for real.
Just to
Yeah, put yourself first in. Go ahead.
Are you just saying that the Lord is going to destroy this place? You just 2 Corinthians 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. That's right. So woe with the woe, destruction, death and destruction to this world, man. The people that dwell in it. All right, the ones that don't want to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, death unto you, man. All right, and rightfully so. All right.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 31. It says, "Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner." So just when Yahweh Bashim Yahushua returns, everybody's going to receive a reward for the works in which they put forth out onto this earth. So of course the righteous will receive the salvation, and those that are the 2/3, the wicked, Esau, Edom, and the other nations, along with the 2/3 of our people, receive a recompense, which is to pay back a wage for which will be death and destruction.
I got 3 short.
Y'all look up the definition of freedom. Yeah, talking about everybody talking about they free. Free and all this.
Freedom. All right. Freedom. A quality or state of being free, such as the absence of necessity, coercion, or constraint in choice or action. Okay. Yeah. From slavery or restraint or from the power of another. And it says liberation from slavery or restraint or from the power of another, and next to that it has independence.
We still got the hard way to go here in Babylon the Great.
All right.
Got a definition from the web. It says the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint.
Yeah,
It says absence of subjection to foreign domination or despotic government, the state of not being imprisoned or enslaved.
And we still enslaved, man. We still gotta have the Social Security, the IDs. We better not be stopped without that, man. You know, everybody get locked up. You know?
Because one of those definitions said without hindrance or restraint. You know, one of the things that's hindering us are our birth certificates, our Social Security numbers, these taxes. All right, so that goes further to prove that, you know, we're still in our captivity. All right, once again, as it is written, rise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. We're not in our rest. All right, this is Esau and Edom's rest. Our rest is in the kingdom of heaven. All right.
If I may add, those are laws that we talked about earlier. You know, we've always brought out since the inception of the first Congress, there are 30,000 plus laws on the books. Okay, most of them are geared towards us, but what we didn't mention is that that's at the federal level. Then you have the state, the local, the county. You know, all those other laws. So it's just unlimited laws that, you know, we're subject to.
Even your local what do you call them, district, yep. Because you got state aldermen, yep, things like that.
Yep.
Somebody get Isaiah 10 and 1 off.
Got it right? That's the spirit. Just look to it. It's Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So yeah, So yeah, they they put all these laws in effect, and ultimately a lot of these are traps for Jakes, for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. A lot of these laws they put in, these different like counties, like I say, you can go to the next county over and have a whole set of different rules, man. All right. So you go over there thinking you're doing the right thing. Oh, I'm living in Indianapolis, or I'm in Indiana, but no, it's something different in a different county. Then it gets even more confusing if you go to the next state. All right, yeah. So what's right here is wrong in another. All right, that's some mass confusion. That's why this is Babylon, man, the land of confusion, man. If I may. And which, real quick, which they prescribed, all right, because they set this all up, all right, for us to not prosper in it, all right. And that's how you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans need to wake up, man. This is our captivity, man. This is not a place of rest. It's not a place that to put your roots down in, man. All right, you should be rooting yourself in Yahweh Shem Shai and His wisdom, knowledge, understanding, man. But we know 2/3 of y'all ain't gonna do that. All right.
I don't say, if I may add, you said in the scripture, prescribed. See, with that Emancipation Proclamation, what a lot of people don't know, the 13th Amendment was already on the table before that even got settled. And that was to continue slavery in case you committed a crime. Okay, and then what were they doing then? Setting up those crimes, vagrancy laws. Okay, you get caught without your papers. Looking Edomites, the so-called white man in the eye when you walk down the street. If you didn't smile at them when you walk down the street. All those types of little laws that will put you right back in slavery. Okay.
Yeah, because even with the slave patrol, you get caught. Even though you got paperwork, you know what I'm saying? They'll rip your paper. Well, who learned you how to read? You know what I'm saying? You can beat to death because you know how to read. You know that paper says that you free. You know what I'm saying? That's how you stand your ground with the slave patrol. I was free. The paper says so. Master gave it to me and said, I was free. You know what I'm saying? Who learned you how to read, boy? You know what I'm saying? Take that paper and rip it up and beat you down and then drag you back to another plantation, man.
What was that, like Solomon Northrop?
Yeah.
And 12 Years a Slave? Yeah. And you know what was interesting about that movie? When he woke up in that cellar, they panned real slow, and you saw the House of Congress right out the window. You can see that, showing you that the government has always been involved from day one.
Hey, that point you just made in Birth of a Nation, when they were trying to make that escape at the end. See, they were set up at the end, and it was spiritual because he kept saying on to Jerusalem. But after that little battle or whatnot, they were ambushed by the government. Just like Pops was saying, man, the government has always and will always be involved.
They make money all the way to the bank, even up to this day, man. All right, so like the going to those vacancy laws. All right, so now they take you back to jail. All right, and once they take you back to jail, now they can lease you back out to your so-called owner. All right, so now you're back on the plantation, man. All right, even today though, what they do, they send you to court with their cousin is the prosecutor, their other cousin is the judge, their other cousin is on the other side, but they making money all the way to the bank on Jake. Then put you in jail and make you work for $2 an hour, man.
And then uncle owned the jail.
Carol and Brian, who they just found that warrant on her.
They all sit down together. That's how they decide who's gonna walk or who's gonna go to jail. All right, if he pay this such and such amount of money, all right, we'll let him go. They know Jake ain't got $50,000, right? So we finna get this free labor off of him.
Or even at 10%.
Jail for 10 years. All right, make them make license plates, whatever they do. All right, for free of charge, man. Want to give you a quarter a day or some shit like that?
Well, now they done upped it to $2 a day.
Right. That's slavery, man.
But your commissary says a pack of noodles is like $5. A pack of socks is $30.
Well, then if you don't go to jail, it's like you go to the arrest you got to bond out, then you go to court, and then if you do sell it back on the jail, you got to pay court fees. So it's all a money system.
You only
for them to collect money.
You only pay court fees if you lose. You know what I'm saying? If you win it, very rarely you win. But if you lose, you're paying court fees and court costs. Then you're paying a processing fee, which is a fee for them to even put it on paper to give it to you.
And they got a processing fee for you to pay child support.
I know. It shows on my check. It shows the amount of child support take out plus a $2 processing fee. You see what I'm saying?
Reset.
No, No, but it's true, man. Yeah. You can't help but laugh to keep them getting mad. Like the people who, like, somebody who one who read Ecclesiastes 77, oppression making the wise man mad, man.
But y'all trusting this devil and paying me ourselves to be independent.
Y'all niggas finna eat pork, hot dogs, and pork chops Monday. This whole weekend, man.
Uncle James's ribs is on point. That's how they all be talking though, man. You know what I mean? They didn't say that. There might be a few of them. That's the spirit.
Even someone at work be asking, what you gonna do for the 4th? Oh, I'm just chilling. You ain't gonna barbecue? Nah, I can do that any day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Everybody asks, you gonna barbecue? So you get tired, like, yeah, I'm gonna barbecue. Yeah, I'm barbecuing, okay? Yeah, I'm barbecuing. Shit, leave me alone, man. You know, go ahead.
Just let me back up to Isaiah chapter 10. This is Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee? Right? Scripture in Thessalonians says, 2 Thessalonians said that the mystery of iniquity do have already worked. Which we understand that's Esau Edom. So they the throne of iniquity. They say, should they have fellowship with thee? Meaning what? Should you be buddy, be partners with each other? Should you be doing anything to uphold their system? Right? Which frame it mischief by a law. They frame it wickedness by a law. What they inscribe. Or prescribe.
You're like what? Just Roe versus Wade.
Like I said, it's mischief. It ain't righteousness, it's mischief. They say, if they back up what y'all going into, they gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous. Right? As a whole, we are the righteous seed, but even more so this time, the elect. You know, but even still, 2/3, they still against you as well.
And they said they gather themselves together. Yeah. Just like everybody waiting on the final decision from the Supreme Court, man. On the whole Roe versus Wade. Every courtroom, even here in Indianapolis, all the important issues that they need to discuss have been put on the back burner until the Supreme Court makes its final decision on what they're going to do about the Roe versus Wade in each state. That's a damn shame, man. Go ahead.
I seen too, like people from Texas, they trying to go over to New Mexico. And the booking's going crazy now. Now you got these men trying to get vasectomies now.
Yeah.
You got to step up for the women. Oh, that weak shit, man. That's why this place got to go, man.
And they say they condemn the innocent blood, you know, because all those unrighteous decrees is set up for you to fall, right? They put out wickedness for you to do, and then why they call the accuser of the brethren. Look, Yahweh, look, Lord, look what your people doing. Look what your people doing, but you make it the law, right? You know, so and all it's do is to condemn the innocent blood. And last one real quick, Psalm 62 verse 4.
Now, why, man, that's some stupid thing about what the thug just said, man. Why should I disassemble my rod for this woman? She ain't disassembled her body. See what I'm saying? Because she get mad at me and go out and have sex with somebody else, man. You know what I'm saying? But the whole vasectomy, so we won't have kids. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to worry about facing the issue of abortion. We just won't have kids. Go ahead. That's a weak ass, man. Go ahead,
Time to the Psalm 94. Psalm 62 verse 4. They only consult to cast him down from his excellence. Right? So they're only the mindset, like I said, every heart of them is deep. The only thing that they want to do is to cast down you Israelites. Yep. That's the only thing they want to do. They want race. Right. They said that's all they want to do. Race. They want to destroy you. They'll take you out, like brother always going to. They want their birthright back. Yep. So they consulted together to find any mechanism, any way to destroy us as a whole. And they say they delight in lies. So and that's what this man did. What's that, bro? I said delight. You know, so like they delight in it. They take joy in it, pride in it, just lying, you know, like.
Unless they call someone small.
Just a lie. You know, and say.
Well, hell, look what's going on. Y'all mentioned the lie. The truth is coming out about Roe versus Wade. That never happened. She never got raped. The truth came out about the white woman who Emmett Till. Remember the white bitch lied in Rosewood. See what I'm saying? All these white lies is coming out, man. You know.
The Lord make it Esau bear.
Yep.
They say they bless with their mouth, So they go, hey buddy, how you doing? They shake your hand, or these good people have been oppressed, and we're trying to do all this and that for them. You still ain't got no damn reparations.
Right.
So they say all things, they say it good out of their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Say why? Because they still what? Working iniquity and wickedness upon their beds. Consult with each other. What can we do to get them to fall? What can we do to get them to do this? Get them to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all they doing is they want you to fall. They are your enemy. They're not your friend. They're not your buddy. I don't give a damn how many times you open the door for you, or hey buddy, here's some water, you're hot. They still your enemy.
Because all they because what Esau,
Reset.
and they do all this buddy stuff, and then they pacify you Negroes, Latin Americans, like they doing shit like, Juneteenth and stuff, and y'all hip hooray. That's like the same getting a pizza party at work, man. Just give me the damn raise. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to give you. They ain't gonna give you the money. They want to what? They just want to pacify, and they don't care about you, man. All right. Because really, when they do stuff good, it's ultimately to what? To overthrow you later. All right. So they want you to trust.
But it's like even when they do it good, they do it unwillingly. Y'all some niggas.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Man, look, the Spirit had me pull this up, man. It says this article is called "Abortion in the Middle East and North Africa." It said abortion is one of the oldest medical practices, evidence of which dates back to ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome. It said abortion techniques used by Egyptian pharaohs were documented in the ancient Ebers papyrus, 1550 BC, and it's believed that during the Middle Ages, abortion techniques were adopted and accepted by Western Europe and later diffused across the globe. So that goes to show you this is ancient Egypt, Rome, and Greece all over again, man. Huh?
These things are written 4 times for learners.
Yep.
I looked it up earlier in the week. It was just the so-called black woman. She was 60% of abortions, man. 60% of abortions in America since it started in 1971. 60%. Y'all committed genocide, man.
Yep. So for all you black conscious niggas out there talking about the upliftment of our people and of your people and all that, the black community, well, guess what, nigga? This abortion goes back to Egypt. See what I'm saying? Pharaohs and Isis, Seth, and Horus, it goes back, the practice go all the way back. We just read it. That medical practice came from Egypt, Rome, and Greece, man.
Up to this one, all the males.
Yep. Yep. Pharaoh.
They inherit.
Yep. They inherit.
This is Exodus chapter 1, verse 15. And the king of Egypt, Pharaoh, spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be your son, then ye shall kill him.
Now, hold on right there. Somebody look up the job of a midwife. Because you still got very few midwives around now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, providing pregnancy care by monitoring the health of the mother-to-be and her unborn baby. Provide education, counseling, and prenatal care individualized to each woman. Assist during labor and delivery. Provide follow-up care for mom and baby after delivery, including advice on issues such as breastfeeding.
See? So back in the ancient days, they didn't go to hospitals. They had midwives to help deliver the baby. They didn't have epidurals back then. You know what I'm saying? It was strictly all natural, and why you had midwives. So Pharaoh is speaking to these women that's helping birth these babies that's coming out, even the Hebrew babies. Go ahead. Read that part again, brother.
It's Exodus 1, verse 16. And he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women.
See, to the Hebrew women, the Israelites, that was in Egypt during this time. Go ahead.
And see them upon the stools.
Uh-huh. What do you mean see them upon the stool? Because back in the ancient days, the women used to squat to have kids. Yeah, it wasn't like today. They lay back, legs all cocked up with an epidural in their back. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They say, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him.
Yep.
But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
See, abortion.
Yep.
Yeah. They didn't say that the baby wasn't alive until it came out. See what I'm saying? They knew there was a whole human coming out of this woman, and because they didn't have no ultrasounds back then. Right. They didn't go to the midwife back in Egypt and putting the jelly in the look. Oh, you can hear the heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Look at him, he's kicking. It's a boy. Yeah. How you know it's a boy? Yeah. You see his little pecker right there. Like, nigga, that's a girl. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. They didn't have that back then. Go ahead.
So, just want to make mention, upon reading that shows you back in ancient Egypt, they were trying to cut off the sea line of the Israelites.
See?
So how much more now being in New Egypt?
Right.
Then that woman say they want to stop a black Messiah from being born.
Yep.
That's a boy. So then also, if you leave the woman, this also proves that you are the seed of the father, because leave the woman alive or the daughter alive so she can become a woman, and then they put their seed in her.
She's an incubation. Matter of fact, what we always talk about, Jeff Bezos' wife donating $270 million to Planned Parenthood. Yeah.
All the things she could have put that money in would be Planned Parenthood.
Yep.
That just goes to show you that they're only serious about preserving the Edomites, or the so-called white man, because Planned Parenthood, you can look it up, established by Margaret Sanger.
He killed great-great-grandma.
Yep. In that same line of eugenesis, he wants to exterminate the Negroes, and then they went so far as getting the pastors to being involved with it.
Yep.
Okay, but now you got the so-called black woman, like the brother brought out, 60% doing it on their own. They don't need their help.
What the billboard said, the most dangerous place for a black man is a woman's stomach or something like that. Yep.
They kill you more than niggas on the street. Y'all got a lot to answer for, you nigga women, man. Y'all got a lot to answer for. Right.
Like the same thing happened in that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. The same practices, the same conspiracies that come against us and that cut us off as a nation. Esau, Edom do it, being the modern day Egyptian.
Yep.
That's all I got.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 73, verse 5. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. All right, that's going into Esau, Edom. All right, because why? Because it says in Job, the 9th chapter, it says that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, so Esau, Edom being in rulership, he's not under the curses, man. It's who? It's Jake. All right, Jake is the most oppressed nation on the face of the earth. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, which is why this man Esau, Edom can pretty much do all types of wickedness to our people. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. All right, so ultimately this man Esau, Edom, he puts on the acts of wickedness. All right, this man is the demon on the earth. All right, and he's a proud man. All right, he's the most proudest man on the face of the earth. All right, he thinks that he can do all manners of wickedness to our people. All right.
Precept.
And he thinks he can get away with it. All right, he thinks he can go head to head with the Yahweh Shem Shah.
Now, who brought the scripture earlier where it said he take joy in lives?
Oh, I did.
Yeah. No, you ain't got to get it, but see, like I said, read that part about the garment.
It's Psalm 73 and verse 6. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment.
Yeah, just like the scripture tells about earlier about they take joy in life. Yep.
They delight in them.
Yeah, they delight in life. They're nothing but evil. Just like on Why do you think they had a white man to play Dr. Evil on off the couch? It wasn't the See what I'm saying? They had a white man. Dr. Eve man. You know what I'm saying? A bald-headed white man. With his little sidekick mini-me.
No beard or nothing.
Yeah. That's breaking all the laws.
Bald as hell.
Ain't that book?
Verse 7, it says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. All right, and that's the super toxic mentality that Esau Edom has, man. All right, because he has this mentality. He's in rulership, right? All right, he has the whole earth under his subjection through the vibration of wickedness. All right, doing wickedness. All right, to our people. All right, murdering our people. Just day in and day out. All right, throwing these wicked philosophies upon our people.
Man, look, this man, he owns the whole damn earth. Like you said in Joel 9:24, but he still want what you got. This man owns this man owns the printing press, but he still wants your Bible. Because it's yours. See what I'm saying?
Broke the other law, gleaning.
Huh?
That's breaking the law of gleaning. Yep.
There you go.
No.
What scripture say they shall not leave any gleaning break? Okay, good. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, I got one more. It says, verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. All right. So the concerning oppression. All right. This man, knowing that he's the demon on the earth, he doesn't care. All right, because he's so proud. He doesn't believe that he's gonna get judged by Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. All right. That ultimately Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna destroy this man off the face of the earth, man. All right. After this man goes under slavery and subjection.
So a quick one. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause something to fall. You know, that's plain and simple pretty much. You know, Esau can't even sleep unless they did something wicked to destroy the nation of Israel. You know, so whether it be like a law they pass or anything, any type of wicked device they use to destroy Israel. You know what I'm saying? It says in verse 17.
Well, see, just like now, they sleeping good because they got you niggas killing your own babies and then finna celebrate Independence Day and you still a slave. Yeah. So they sleeping good and they snoring. They drooling all over themselves, man.
It says in verse 17, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. So pretty much that's Esau's, that's their doctrine. That's their MO. That's all they set up to do is be wicked and destroy the nation of Israel.
Yep. So they so wicked. They got breadcrumbs and wine juice wasted all over their clothes.
Micah chapter 2, start at verse 1. It said, woe to them that devise iniquity. This is Micah 2 and 1. It said, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. All right, like the brothers quoted that Job 9:24. All right, the brothers going into these scripture precepts beautifully, man. This is Esau to a T, man. All right, they sit up there at that little round table, all right, or whatever they doing at night, and they come with all these different laws, these laws, not statutes, commandments. They come up with the laws, all right, to suppress Jake, or to kill Jake, or to do whatever to the whole world, man. Right? Really, just not the Israelites. Esau is like a kamikaze because in Matthews it says he's going to speed up the time for the elect's sake. Yep. All right. Or when no flesh be saved. Right. Because they'll wipe everybody out, man. That's how terrible this nation or this man is, man.
Precept.
All right. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 14, verse 5. He that is evil to himself. That's right. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? Damn.
That man, wow. He said he's evil to himself, so he don't care about nobody, man. At the end of the day, so what makes you think he don't care about you? All right? And you guys, like the elders going into, you celebrating one of their holidays and you were still in captivity, man. Yep. That's like the dumbest shit ever, man. I'm gonna celebrate this, but I was a slave. All right, man, that's stupid, man. But I'm gonna get back into this. Keep going.
They say he shall not take pleasure in this good. Just going to like said they enlarge their desire as hell. Yep. They can't get enough. Nope. You just want to want. They just want to take.
Thirsty,
yeah, you know. And I was just gonna say just like what y'all said about Independence Day. You know, going into it, they go back to the worship. They go back to the worship of the god of war, Mars. Yep. Which go back to Rome. He ain't going back to the Greeks. But go back to Ares. Yeah. Like the other said earlier, he in Egypt, Babylon, Rome, Greece, all over again. Make that quick point.
Yeah, one more verse. It says, and they cover fields and take them by violence and houses and take them away.
Look at that. Anti-handout club.
They live in life place.
Hades too. And the truck is black.
It's the spirit.
And it's black. Slavery. Black one, because the motor is known as what? Horsepower.
It says verse 2.
The Edomite driver. He was behind the wheel.
Happy too.
I'll bring up this right here. 16.
Verse 2 says that they covet fields and take them by violence. And the brother's been bringing out how violent Esau is in the last like 2 or 3 precepts, man. They take everything by violence, man.
Precept.
All right, everything. Hey, they come, when they come, it's war behind them pretty much, man. And death. All right, it says.
So, matter of fact, that goes into what he brought out. They never intended for you niggers to be citizens. So they took everything from you and made you slaves, man. They purposely brought you over here to work their fields.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
To this day, yeah. And like the elders going in, and like they was going into the picking. Hey man, I was looking at an article. It says for one Jake to make in a year, you got to work 100 years to make for one Edomite corporate owner to make one year. So you got to work 100 years to get what he get in 1 year, man. Off one person, man. Like you got to work 100 years to make what he make in a year, man.
But you independent.
But you independent, man.
That's that point you put in the article, Elder, about once that slavery broke, it put a dent in the economy and civilization.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to work 100 years to make what they make in 1 year, man. All right, that's slavery, man.
But then they want to burn down. Let's say this is a town ran by number J. That's self-sufficient, surviving, got banks. But Esau had to go to the bank to get money from the J. But then they want to burn it down and hide the fact that they had to get money from the J. You know what I'm saying? And then bury the whole town with water, make it a lake.
Showed you something like that in Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Verse 2. I'm gonna finish this in verse 2. It says they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. All right, well, we call them culture vultures, man.
Look up here. Somebody look up here.
Because Esau, he's not satisfied until he has it all, man. That greed and that pride that he has, man, which is going to be his destruction at the end of the day. But right now, man, they're basking in the ambience of all these different wicked acts, man. All right, they're loving it. What the I'm loving it, man. They loving it, man. All right, they're happy. Like he says, he's in his bed and he can't even go to sleep like the brother Thaba Warren broke out until he's has a mastermind plan of bullshit and wickedness, man. All right, just to suppress the people that are up under him, man. All right.
I got it. It says, property that is or may be inherited, an inheritance, a special or individual possession, an allotted portion.
Yeah, see, that's part of the curses that we went through in Deuteronomy 28. You know what I'm saying? Esau came in and took our land, took our kids. You know what I'm saying? Took our hair. They calling themselves the Israelites or the Jews. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, property that descends to an heir, something transmitted by or acquired from a predecessor.
Because we're heirs, we're joint heirs of the kingdom of heaven. Who? Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And Esau is trying to take that from us.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? That's why he's trying to kill us off. Like the brother mentioned earlier, getting that birthright back. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says something possessed as a result of one's natural situation or birth.
See, and that was given to us by who? Yahweh Shem Yahushai. See what I'm saying? But Esau wanted to take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? This is ours. This is our God-given right to have the kingdom. Right? See what I'm saying? But Esau is so mad, he don't care about that being a God-given right. He want to be the one. Actually, he want to be God.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That was it.
I say he might say they don't need God. Why we can do all we can do.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, that's pride, man.
Yep.
He said we can surpass the works of God.
Yeah. If that's the same guy, little snark looking at the glass. Yeah. That's him. Oh yeah. They can surpass the works. He ready for the robot shit out there.
And what the dude say on the Titanic, even God himself can't sink the ship.
Precept.
He said God made everything that's all organic, so if we can make it inorganic, our works surpass what God did.
Okay, man.
Like seriously.
Oh man. Yeah.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. So the point is in verse 4, but I'll begin at 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling. Verse 3. I'll start at 1. It says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Yahushua is at hand. So, Apostle Paul was saying, look, don't be afraid, don't be discouraged, and none of that. Yahushua is on his way back, all right, to come get y'all. All right, Lord, we will be of that number. We be of that number that Yahushua delivers via chariots. All right, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. So what that's saying is, let no man deceive you and let no man persuade you that Yahushua will not come, but because Yahushua is coming. All right, thus says the scriptures. All right, it says, for that day shall not.
Part of the deception too is making our people think they're free when they're not. By them celebrating this Independence Day. You know what I'm saying? They think because they got a car, job, a freedom, got a couple dollars in their pocket, which is all debt. They think in their mind that they're free. You know what I'm saying?
It says, except there come a falling away first, and that falling away is going to us Israelites falling away from our heritage, all right, falling away from our power, all right, falling away from the law, statutes, and commandments, falling away from our identity. All right, that had to come to pass first.
And part of that is what? Freedom.
Yep.
Because we were free under Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? But now we're in captivity. That's right. We no longer have that physical freedom. We got spiritual freedom, but we don't have physical freedom yet until the kingdom of heaven. That's right. Go ahead.
It says, and that man of sin be revealed, son of perdition. Now, who's this talking about? Esau, Edom, a so-called white man.
I'm talking about Jacob.
Talk about Esau, Edom, a so-called white man. Because when you go into that word perdition, it goes into destruction. All right? It says, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. So, ultimately, Esau, Edom, a so-called white man, has this God complex. All right? He set himself up. No, he put up this image of himself to be the Heavenly Father. He's put up this image of himself to be the Messiah. All right? He's put up this image of himself to be the angels. But we all know that's against the scriptures. All right? And really, Esau, Edom, thinks he can achieve godlike status through his technology. But what they don't know is that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has them in a trick bag because the Lord has blessed them with the technology that they have. But they don't even acknowledge that.
Part of it also is what? This abortion. because Esau took himself out as God, trying to make people think that he's the one that controls life and death. Because he can kill a child, but he can also make a child with
stem cells.
yeah, the eggs and the sperm banks and all that stuff, man. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
No, that, I think that a little bit more. Where you at?
I stopped at verse 4.
What was the last verse you read?
Verse 4.
Not read it.
Yeah, I think some more.
When you want to continue or jump down?
Yeah, continue. Read.
Says remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things.
Yeah, and see, Paul is speaking through his now through the Spirit, through these scriptures. Just like, well, matter of fact, Paul is possibly here on the earth right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like the brother mentioned earlier, Paul's are Romans 15 and 4.
Yep, all things written before time for our learning.
There you go.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. And now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
And he's being revealed in this time right now. You know what I'm saying? We all know who the devil is now. It ain't no mystery no more. We know that the white man is the devil. Even though we got our own people fighting against us, you know what I'm saying? You got that Stephen mentality. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 7.
You know I love your master like a pig loves slop. Go ahead, brother.
It's for the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Yeah, and the mystery of iniquity does already work. Look at what he's doing now. He's trying to kill off the nation of Israel. Chemtrails, the juicy Jews, poisonous food, poisonous water. See what I'm saying? Everything is poison. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that about BBD. And that girl actually is these other philosophies. It's poison. Because they got our people just dumbfounded. They're gone. They plumb retarded, man. Go ahead.
It says, only he now who letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Who is that? The Most High. Yahweh Shai is letting him run amok here in Babylon, here in America, until Yahweh Shai and the angels come and destroy this bastard, man.
That's what the next verse is going into.
Go ahead, see?
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right now he's consuming with the spirit of his mouth by the word, but eventually it's going to be what? Thermonuclear missiles, man. And the laser beams coming out the church. There you go. That's going to be the final liquidation scene. Then we'll really be independent. Then we'll have a reason to be celebrating. Because the fireworks will be going off, the nuclear missiles and the other missiles. You know what I'm saying? The lasers, everything. It will be a light show. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If I may add, it says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and that's his prophets, all right? And the scripture in Jeremiah 28 and 8 says, the prophets of old that have been before me have prophesied of pestilence. Yeah, you go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me,
and it ain't talking about Muhammad.
All right.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
So yeah, Yahweh Shai has always set up his prophets, all right, to prophesy of the downfall of the kingdom, right before the downfall of that kingdom came. All right, so when you go back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So first, all right, it's a process that's going on. All right, the Lord is raising up his prophets, his men, so-called the Israelite men, all right, to prophesy against his wicked kingdom. All right, then it's going to come a point in time where the Lord halts the prophesying, and he's going to come through a prophecy. He's going to destroy this place. All right.
So if you call yourself a prophet and you're not prophesying against this society, this kingdom, this corporation, this country known as Babylon, then you're not a prophet, man.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? You're a false prophet. Even he called himself a preacher now.
Yeah.
The spirit of his mouth. I got something going to the spirit of his mouth. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 14.
Yep.
Wherefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, power of hosts. because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire. If this people would, and
They ain't talking about them people at the circus. Yeah.
Damn.
Light them torches and eat it. No, it ain't talking about that, man. Go ahead.
I will make my words in thy mouth fire.
And not them people that they be blowing fire and the flame. No, they ain't talking about that.
Alcohol.
Yeah. They ain't talking about that, man. Go ahead.
And this people would, and it shall devour them.
And they ain't talking about making a wood carvings of a statue of Trump or somebody, man. You see what I'm saying? Because you know you got to break it down for Jake. Jake could get simple, man. Go ahead,
That's just them, the people, first our people, but ultimately we've been made prophets unto the nations as well. And that's, like I said, this word is a fire. It's devouring them. It's burning them. That's the speaking with, with the brightness.
Yeah, it says 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed.
Now, because if you don't believe that this word is fire and it's making these people hot, why do you think they trying to pass laws and legislation to take the Bible off the street and take the prophets off the street? Why do you think they shut down our pages, man? Because this word is burning them up, man. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right, the brightness of his coming is going to, Yahweh Shai, all right, and the holy angels coming back and via chariots to destroy this place. All right, that's the brightness of the Lord's coming. Verse 9.
Oh, and it said destroy. It said destroy by what? The spirit of his mouth. See what I'm saying? Because that's the Lord also too controlling TikTok to have all this stuff. Esau being exposed left and right, man. Every time you turn around, it's like 30 videos. At first, TikTok was like showing things like cats and people making recipes. Now it's all 90% of TikTok now is all about truth, man. Things being brought out. The history of this and this, and it's amazing how much information they bring out in like a 30-second sound bite. You see what I'm saying? That's destroying Esau. This guy Esau mad and hot. We got to get rid of TikTok. They done took the focus off of YouTube.
That's that real quick.
Because brothers, they got comfortable and saying that the mark of the beast is the chip and all that, and they ain't got no strikes or nothing because everything is focused on TikTok now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Just real quick to say, points of 3, just real quick. Sirach chapter 18, verse 1. He that liveth forever hath created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he, who governed the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. Go back what you said with the TikTok. He said he's going to pour his spirit upon all flesh. So as Yahweh Shai put his spirit on these people to expose them, whether it be his people or the other heathen nations, and ultimately the spirit will be put on his prophets.
But what's so crazy, the majority of it is his own people.
Yep.
Right, man.
For he is king, for he is a king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane. So like I said, just going into, like you saying, like, it's all the will. This is the production of Yahweh Shai, right? He the one who put the spirit in people to expose them and say this and that and put this out there and all these things. It's Yahweh Shai do it. Even though they want to make declarations and bills to censorship and all this and that, hey, Yahweh Shai is still gonna allow y'all to be exposed. Yep. No matter what.
That skirt has been lifted all the way up. Yes, sir. It's been lifted up over his head, man.
Tied in a knot.
That's right. See all the little dirty thong.
You ain't got no problem.
Every preacher crevice been found it out, man.
That's right.
This is Isaiah 40. This is Isaiah 47:3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. So yeah, this is how these brothers going into, the brothers, it's like TikTok, main, it's like, so yeah, how these, how these brothers just bringing out, people use, Lord's using TikTok to expose these devils, everything they did on this earth that was wicked, all right?
That's right. And it's amazing how so much history has been brought out
Yeah.
on TikTok on the wickedness of this white man, man. Things I ain't never heard of, man. I learned a lot off them little 20-second sound bites. You know what I'm saying?
That book called The Delectable Negro.
Yep.
What they did to us after they burned us.
See?
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. So yeah, you know, Lord's not, you know, he's not coming back, you know, as in a fleshly body, you know, he's gonna be in that angelic body. Yeah.
Cherry.
But he loved everybody.
Right. Yeah.
Why he seeking vengeance? He loved everybody. Everybody can come. The body believers can be saved.
Whosoever confess with their mouth and believe in their heart.
Jesus is Lord.
Yeah.
And every knee shall bow. Man, they run on that, boy.
You shall be saved.
That's
Go
it.
ahead, man.
That's it.
I got it real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Matthew 10:34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. And that's Yahweh shot, man. All right, because what is he about to do? Are you going to come here and destroy 2/3 of our people, man? And the rest of these heathen nations, man. But what else is he coming to do?
That's right.
Verse 35.
Also, that division.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to get into today. Yep. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. So he's causing that division, man. He's separating everything out, all right? And he's definitely going to separate what? The real man from the boys, man. Upon his elect, man. All right? Yep, elect from the 2/3, man. We're going to see the total split. And we've been seeing it the last few years, man. All right, these people are getting, these 2/3 are totally gone, man. They're not even teetering the fence, man. All right,
Precept.
good.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. The Israel do not know, my people do not consider. As this brother was saying, they're not even straddling the fence with this, man. All right? They're not even thinking about you, how about Shema Rashad. All right, so when you lighten up your grill, all right, you sit down, all right, with your family, with your pork hot dogs, they don't call on the name of the Lord, man. But they're going to be sitting around blessing, trying to bless the food.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're going to say a prayer.
Yeah. But hey, with the people even consider you how about Shema Rashad. You don't consider the Lord is turning this place up, man. The year to turn up, man. You're not even seeing it. All right? Like I told brother the other day, I seen Jake said, well, y'all complain about gas, and we spend more gram of weed than we do on gas.
Right.
The man said the Jake,
Yeah, just trying to downplay everything.
Yeah.
Water it all down.
But just to back the elder up, this Amos chapter 5, verse 21, it says, I despise your feast days. No, it said he loved it. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell your solemn assemblies. So Yahweh Shema Shai is not dealing with these white man holidays, these wicked holidays, man. All right, the Lord has set holidays for us to rehearse the righteous acts after, and that's what we're supposed to be following as a people. Not the so-called pagan holidays, all right, that the white man has confused you to think you was free in. All right, no, the Lord has set up high holy days for us to follow, man. And that's what we're supposed to be doing as men of the Lord and as a nation of Israel, man. But see, to the 2/3, Passover was born. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We ain't out there barbecuing and playing music and, you know, dancing and frolicking around and grinding on another man's woman and stuff.
I mean, not all of what you're saying, but you got plenty of time to have a good time, you know? All right? But hey, right now, we got to focus on this truth.
Yep.
I just want to say, and didn't even know this, on these holiday weekends, it be mass death. Yep. To prove the point what the brother brought up, that Lord not dealing with these, these false, holy holidays, or like I said, if you ain't recognizing and following the ways that He set up for you, then you fall in the ways of the heathen, He gonna put you to death.
How many people just died on Memorial Day? Right. See what I'm saying? Then we're turning into a Memorial Day.
Yeah. Now they got the gun law now.
Oh man, that took effect today.
Yeah. Hey. So everybody in Indiana can carry a gun without a permit. So
even convicted felons. See what I'm saying? Because the simple fact of Police can't just walk up to somebody, hey, are you a convicted felon? You got a permit? They got to have probable cause. You know what I'm
They
saying?
really can't even supposed to ask.
Right.
The bill says it, so they can ask you, but they can pull you over, get your information. It's really the way to say Jake Little. They pull you over, get your information. They're gonna take it back to the police station, write your name.
But they really can't even pull you over without probable cause.
But bro said the truth because I just asked the cop because you know I got young Negroes from the house. Call cops up all the time. I don't want to deal with it. I'm being real as a man. I don't want to deal with it. All right, they got guns. I'm not dealing with it from my kids' house. No, but I'm keeping it real, bro. They be shooting and doing the fool out there, bro. Not to further impression of my brother, but they niggas. But I talked to the police officer, he said,
no, it's an inside joke, man.
But I talked to the police officer said, the only people who not supposed to be able to carry a gun are felons, but they don't have a hard time to distinguish between who's a felon and who's not. Like the elders wanted to, they have to have a proper cause to even question you about your gun.
Yep.
All right, you're gonna be able to carry your gun anywhere. There's nothing they can do to even do nothing with you with it. So what they do is they just, he said they even the playing field. He said, nah, the good guys got guns too. That's what he so-called said. But no, the good guys.
Cause see, here's the thing. Remember, what was it, the NDAA Act? They was deeming Americans as a homeborn terrorist. Remember they were saying you got a hoodie on or a backpack or things like that. You can't now. I mean, you can't just question the Jake that's walking in. You don't know if he's coming from school or going to school or he in college or he coming from work. You don't know. So you can't just question him. Hey man, are you a convicted felon? Because you see he got a gun. See what I'm saying? It got to have proper cause, man. And that's going to be the backlash because you're going to have a lot of people, especially during this weekend, now that they done passed this law. I mean, people already dying here in Indianapolis as it is, and the alarm rate. But these niggas was waiting on this day right here, July 1st, 2022. See? Call Ken. And guess what? Jakes be on that commercial. I love you, Ken. They sure do. But anyway, back to the subject. Yeah. They can't just sit there and question Jake walking down the street because you see you got a gun with an extended clip. They can't just question, hey, you got a permit or are you a felon? They can't do it. Unless that Jake is pointed at somebody, they can't question him, man.
What they do? Everybody wearing masks now. They can't even get you from wearing a mask. He's gonna turn up, man.
Esau set this up.
He's gonna turn up, bro.
Esau, that's the vast net of iniquity down them
Crafty counsel.
Yeah, that's crafty counsel.
Remember he read it earlier, he put violence on his garment.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It's part of it.
And there's some spiritual. My wife had said to me the other day. She said that white man is just setting up everything right back to back. Now it's a famine. Now he let them have guns. So what's gonna happen? The body's gonna be
Second 15 and second 86.
You just made me think about something too. You said they can't come up and ask you if you're a felon, but we got to think how many times has Jake been shot down not having a gun? Okay, not having a gun, and then now the law is passed that everybody can have one. He got a gun.
The dude got shot 60 times, didn't have a gun.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably passed that law yesterday.
The police can take your ass out now.
Yep. He got a gun. Yep.
Yeah. Ain't no excuse no more. He was reaching.
He was reaching.
Oh, no. I sent an article earlier, came across the Newsbreak app. Here in Indianapolis, you got these women and stuff talking about, I can't believe they put it's going to be hard on the black community. It feels like it's going to be the purge. And we were talking about that through the spirit, man.
I mean, you gotta look at it happens around a lot of other cities like Memphis. Is a city like that that's already a new carry state. So it's already happening, man. It's just being approved here now.
Shit, Memphis been turned up.
Yeah.
Yep.
There ain't nothing new. Memphis been turned up. Chicago Still been turned up. It's just, yeah, Gary, it's just something new here in Indianapolis. Indianapolis damn near turned up. They damn near neck and neck with a Gary in Chicago.
As far as the per capita, they like over down those murder cities.
Yeah.
They got way less people, but they be having so much violence and murder in them. Yeah, anybody else?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, beginning at verse 1.
Yep.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. All right, and we know the 4th of July, or this so-called Independence Day, to be a way of the heathen, chiefly Esau, Edom, because ultimately this is for them. This ain't for you, Jake. This ain't for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because as the brothers has been going into, all right, this entire time, man, y'all were still in captivity when this was established. All right, and it says, "Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." All right, and the signs of heaven, you know, were signs for us, you know, to determine some of our high holy days, or all of our high holy days. All right, it was we used it to determine the Sabbath. I know the moon to determine the Sabbath, all right, and many other holidays, all right, or high holy days, all right.
Yeah, because we just had signs of heaven these last 7 days with these I think like 9 planets that were lined up with the moon, Saturn, Neptune, Venus, Mars, and something else. You know what I'm saying?
It says, for the heathen are dismayed at them, because when, you know, the heathen see certain things, you know, say a blood moon appears in the sky. All right, you know, they get to start to bugging out. All right, but us in the know, you know, we wonder, you know, what's the Lord about to do? All right? So pretty much, you know, these signs that the Lord has put up in the heavens were made for us. That's why, you know, we don't get dismayed or bugged out when we see them. All right?
All right, we hope this lesson was edifying for the body. Once again, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the 4 corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Ba.
Abba Ba.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
All right, Shalom to you, sincere Akim and Aquath on the comment board. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.